What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Virgo YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Virgo sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of August 23rd and September 22nd, then you are a Virgo sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of September for all Virgos. This spread is going to tell us what your past, present, and future energies are, what to hold on to and let go of, what lessons you're going to learn in September, what obstacles you're likely to face. Basically, it's going to get you prepared to face the month of September in the best way possible. Remember, this is a general overall reading, so not everything is going to apply to everyone in a specific way. But if you want a reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your energies, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description and in the card, and we can get down to the root causes or issues that you are experiencing. Let me introduce you to my crystal allies. I've got my sodalite sphere here, which I keep with me for every tarot reading. And I've also got a carnelian sphere. I love carnelian. It resonates with the bottom 3 chakras, and it's great for injecting some energy and vitality into your life. So that's why I brought it here today, to inject some vitality. We're going to be using the Hobbit Tarot. This is a tarot deck based on Tolkien's novel. But you don't have to have read the novel or even know about the novel to get the most out of this deck. So if you would, please give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What are the energies surrounding Virgo sun signs this September? Alright, that ought to do it. Cut the deck. 8 cards. Alright, and while we're at it, we're going to take a look at the the Earth Magic Oracle. And we're going to ask the Earth Magic Oracle what message it has for Virgos this September. What is the message for Virgo this September? Alright, we will take a look at that card at the end. Alright, let's see what we've got here. I'm seeing a wide variety of cups and swords. No wands, though. Which leads me to think that maybe there's a little bit of stagnation, possibly. Let's look at these cards individually, then we'll see what they have to say as a whole. The first card we're going to look at here represents the energies of last month, so the energies of August. We've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, I think August was a time for a lot of you to put your ideas into motion. Remember, this is a general overall reading, not everything's going to apply, but a lot of you, I get the feeling that you had a lot of good ideas and you finally started to act on them. You started to say, you know what, I should really start doing that. And one way you can do this is to express those ideas to others. So I get the feeling of being very communicative and expressive of your thoughts in August, and you being a little bit more open with your thoughts and sharing them with people, and that's going to help get things in motion. Once you share intention with the world, the universe is going to help you create that intention. But before you share it, you're just holding it in for yourself. So I think that the act of sharing and expressing yourself in August is going to lead to some manifestations, or at least it's going to put things in motion for change to come. So that's good. August seems like it was a productive month. This card here represents the energies of now, the current energies. We've got the 3 of Cups. And the impression I get from this card is one of close friendships, and this could also signal family and even significant others, but spending a lot of time with those close to you. I think you have a desire to spend time with people right now, and it's actually happening as well. So I do feel like this is a very communal time for you Virgos. You've felt a little bit vulnerable in expressing yourself in the last month, and now as a result, I think people start to see your vulnerability. They see that you're sharing who you are, and that makes people want to spend time with you. That makes people want to open up to you as well. And I think that's what we have here is a little bit of a progression from coming out of your flower a little bit and blossoming, and now as a result, spending time with more people because they sense that energy, and a lot of people sense that energy, and they really respond to it. So this card here represents the energies of next month, so the energies of September, and we've got the Four of Swords. Give me a moment with this card. Alright, I see September as a time for you to kind of relax a little bit and not be so pushy, I guess, on things happening. When I think of the Four of Swords, I think of relaxation, I think of meditation, and I think of going inward and just kind of reflecting. And I think September is going to be a month to reflect on all the things that's going on right now. It does seem like your life is getting a little bit busier at this time, and I think in September you're going to see things slow down a little bit, and it's going to be more, the overall energy is going to be more of reflection and a meditative sort of month, basically, where you kind of look back on the past and you look to the future and see where you're headed, and just kind of plan things out. It's more like a planning phase, I would say. September is like, getting the plans all organized so that those ideas that you implemented in August or you expressed in August can really take roots, because now you've got a plan, and when you've got a plan and an idea, that's how things happen. Alright, so planning type month for September is the feeling I'm getting. Let's move on over here. This card represents what to hold on to in the month of September. We've got the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about new emotions coming in. And I think this card is asking you to embrace those new emotions. Really latch onto them, hold on to them, and really allow them to bring change into your life. These emotions could stem from a whole bunch of different things. This is a reading for a wide audience, so what it means to you might be different from someone else, but a lot of you are going to see something new energy coming in the form of an emotion, basically. So maybe a new event will occur, which will spark a new emotion inside of you. Maybe a new opportunity will bring a new emotion. But whatever that new emotion is, this card is asking you to hold on to that, because it's going to bring change. It's going to facilitate a drastic change in your life that's going to take you to a new place that you never had anticipated. So this card is saying follow those new emotions. A lot of us will just kind of ignore a new emotion because it's different, it's new, we don't really know where it's leading, so we're just like, best not to pursue that. This card is saying do the opposite. Pursue, because it's going to bring you to a new exciting place. Alright, this card here represents the biggest challenges or hurdles that you're going to experience in the month of September. We've got the High Priestess. And I know I said that September is going to be a meditative month where you're going to do a lot of reflecting and self-analyzing, but I think a big hurdle that you're going to face is the self-analyzing portion of it. Whenever we get into a meditative state, whether literally or figuratively, we have a tendency to kind of explore the darker sides of ourselves and ask maybe some darker questions about ourselves that we don't know the answer to necessarily. And I think that's going to be an issue for you in the month of September, is going to be kind of integrating those polarities, the light and the dark side in your life, and realizing that the dark side has a place in your life, just as the light side has a place in your life, and you've got to find the balance between those two in order to live a harmonious life. If either one of those is out of balance, you're going to have some disparities in your thoughts, emotions, actions that are going to cause conflict in your life, basically. So this card is about understanding the darker aspects of yourself, understanding your true motivations, and not sugarcoating things for yourself, not lying to yourself, but being real with yourself and understanding the dark aspects. That's going to be your hard obstacle that you're going to face this month. So I don't know, shadow work is going to be essential, I think, in this meditative month for you. I think you're going to have to do a lot of shadow work, and you're going to have to do it from a place of love so that you're getting the most out of it. All right. This card here represents what to let go of in the month of September. We've got the Five of Coins. This is one of the more negative cards in the deck. The Five of Coins is about loss. It's about poverty. It's about being ostracized by others. And I think this card is asking you to do away with any feelings that make you feel that way. Any feelings of not having enough, you know. It's so strange. In these Western civilized nations, we have more resources than pretty much any other countries, right? Yet we still are saying to ourselves, oh, I don't have enough, I need more. And I think that's what we need to let go of in the month of September, my friends, is get rid of that energy, because you do have enough. You have plenty. Stop thinking that you have any sort of lack. There is no lack in your life. There's an abundance of everything. Okay, and sometimes that can even be problematic. There's too much of stuff. So don't think that there's any kind of lack in your life, and do away with those thoughts, feelings, and even actions that are based on lack, because there is no lack. You have everything you need, and you need to realize that. So do away with that this month, in the month of September. Do away with those negative feelings of lack, or being ostracized, feeling alone. You're not alone. There's people everywhere who love you and wish you the best. So let's get rid of those negative, darker feelings and focus more on the positive in September. This last card represents the energy of, or not the last card, second to last card, represents the energy of the people around you in the month of September. And just a quick note, there's a lot of people in your life, and individuals will have different energies, but as a whole, this is like the energies of the people in your life as a whole are going to have the Five of Swords, another 5. And the feeling I'm getting from this is arguments, the feeling of argumentations. And I think that a lot of people in your life in the month of September are going to have kind of contrasting views and ideas about what to do, or where to go, or what to say, or what to feel and think and believe. So if you do feel yourself getting into an argument with a friend, family, or coworker this month, just quietly back away. I mean, you know that even if you're right and you engage in an argument, generally, you both lose. Everyone loses. So there's no reason to have these ego battles this month. And if you do feel an ego battle coming on, then just remove yourself. There's no shame in that, to say, I don't want to argue. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't want to deal with it, because that's negative energy, and we're just going to both pull each other down to lower vibrational frequencies, and that's not good. That's not good for anybody. So just rise above it if you do feel like some friends, families, or coworkers are trying to be argumentative, or challenging you, especially if it's based on the ego. If it's coming from a place of ego, just walk away. You don't need it, okay? All right, this last card here represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of September, and we have, oh my, the 9 of Swords. Okay. For those who know about the Hobbit, this is about after the Battle of the 5 Armies, and 5 different groups, 5 different egos, 5 different ways to do things, or kind of clash, and now this is the after effects of the battle. And like I was saying, in an ego battle, nobody wins. And I think what you're going to have to learn in the month of September is that these negative ego thoughts that you hold on to are not serving you. They're causing nothing but strife, nothing but pain. They're helping you to manifest a reality that you do not want. And so we're going to have to do the best we can, Virgo friends, to eliminate those negative ego thoughts one by one by one, because they're having a negative impact on our lives. I say our because we all have it, but especially for you Virgos in the month of September, we're going to have to clean up those negative ego thoughts as much as possible. And it starts by, not getting rid of ego thoughts, but taking any negative ego thought that you feel, any negative thought that you have, and finding the benefit of it. What is the flip side? And then let's focus on that. Find the opposite of what you're thinking, and focus on the positive, the opposite positive. And I think that's going to help. And you do that every day, and you try to catch yourself more and more often, and pretty soon you're not really having too many negative ego thoughts. And that's going to be the goal for you this month, is really to focus in on that. All right, so looking at these cards as a whole, I see a progression towards coming out of a shell sort of and expressing yourself more, and now at this time, being more involved in the community and in social interactions and having more fun socially. But moving into September, I think you're going to have another withdrawal and kind of come back and start to reflect a little bit more in your life and see where you want to head and where you want to go. Sort of like a chill down month where things are very calm for you and you're going to be thinking about things a lot. What to hold on to is any new feelings that you have. Hold on to those or pursue those, or if there's an opportunity to feel something new, then go for that, because it's going to bring you closer to change, positive change, which is something that we all need. So definitely, if you feel anything new, any new emotion, really explore those emotions and see what they're trying to tell you. An obstacle is going to be kind of integrating the light and the dark aspects of yourself. Whenever we start to go inwards and ask ourselves questions, some of these questions lead to answers that we're not willing to hear, we don't want to hear necessarily, and it's going to be really integrating those answers that we don't want to know into our lives so that we can improve our lives, use them as tools to improve. And I think that's going to be your biggest obstacle this month. Definitely a trend here with the Nine of Swords as well. Let go of those thoughts of poverty, of lack, of being alone. They're not true. These are lies that you're telling yourself, and we don't need to focus on that. It just brings fear, and the more fear you have, the more controlled you are by your own fears, and the less your true self. So we need to get rid of any of those fears, doubts, worries, and start thinking more positively. I think that's the theme of this reading so far. The people around you might be bringing you down, potentially. Not all of them, but some people might be looking to have an argument, looking to have a fight with you. Maybe they see that you're vulnerable and that they can win this fight easily. Maybe they see that your energy is unguarded and they just want to steal a little bit of it. Whatever the reason is, some people are going to be looking to pick a fight with you this month, and I highly encourage you guys to walk away whenever something like that occurs. There's no winners. No winners. Even if you win, you lose. So why play the game, okay? And the biggest lesson is going to be cleaning up those negative ego thoughts, turning them to positivity so that we can start to create a world or a reality that we truly do want, and stop, allowing these negative manifestations to enter into our lives because of our negative emotions and thoughts. So let's clean up the negative thoughts and feelings this month, and I think you'll be doing just great. All right, last thing we're going to do before we go is we asked the Earth Magic Oracle what message it had for Virgos this September, and we have Desert Vision Quest. This card goes perfectly with the Four of Swords. The Vision Quest card is about going inward. On the surface, it's about Native Americans would go out, as a coming of age challenge, would go out into the desert with no food and no supplies and go out there for 3 days or a week or however long it was and try to come back, right? And on this journey, they would see all sorts of things. They would grow as a person. They would meet their guides, their spirit guides, get in touch with nature. And I think that's what the theme of this month is for you, is to go on your own vision quest. Maybe dial back the work, maybe spend time with less time with people this month, and go into a more meditative state. Spend more time in nature, do more meditation, do things that really make you forget about time. And I think that's going to help you get in touch with yourself. And when you do get in touch with yourself, you're going to get some answers, and those answers are going to help to propel you forward. Some of these answers are going to be negative and you're not going to like it, but those are the most beneficial answers because they teach you so much about yourself. So I think that's what's going to need to occur this month, Virgo friends, is this is going to be a month for a vision quest for you, for going inward, for understanding the self and formulating a plan so that when this vision quest is over, it's time for you to you got everything laid out, you know exactly what to do, and there's no stopping you at that point. But for the month of September, it's going to be a relaxed month for you to get things situated and organized. Okay. All right, that is the reading. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this was a general overall reading, so not everything's going to apply to everyone. If you want a specific reading where I tap into your energy, then hit up the link in the description or the card, and you can go to my Etsy shop and see all the variety of readings that I offer. I offer this one as well as many others. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. It lets me know I did something right and that you got something out of it, so I really do appreciate that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings, anything you want to say at all. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, because I release these Tarotscope videos bi-monthly, and I also sprinkle in a whole bunch of videos in between that you don't want to miss, so be sure to subscribe for those. All right, Virgos, looks like it's going to be a down tempo month, but use your time well, because you got a big push coming on the horizon. Alright guys, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.